I am ready for electrical power-up procedure.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you guys are. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Hello, Geert. Always at your post. Awesome. Just want to get onto Discord quickly and share my screen there. Right, and off the bat, I want to get this off my chest. This Mi'kmaq, specifically mentioning you now as well. This new AMD driver suck. It's rubbish. It is broken more than it is actually fixed. So I don't know what the game plan is right now, but I'm not happy. It completely broke xEnviro now, so I'm really not happy. Hello, Thunder.
Hello, Nico.
Hello, Scotsman. Yeah. So, looks like me and Andre will have to go back to the drawing board on xEnviro because it ain't working. So right now, I am in active sky and it is snowing beautifully in Juneau. It's real time. So we're gonna have to use all the known countermeasures for winter ops to get us safely from point A to point B. We're going to fly to the aircraft carrier PAKT, Ketchikan. Not a long flight, but it's dangerous. We're going to have to do something. I love this scene. Look at this. This is just so cool. Hello, UVP. This is just so cool. Right. Okay. Before we do anything else, let's just get power on this thing and then I'll show you the new edition and the changes that Zibo made to fix 11 so that you guys are familiar. Scotsman, yeah, I think this is a flight for you, my friend. Definitely. So it's -6 over here and it's 1 degree on the other side, but it's snowing both ends. Yeah, let me quickly check my volume. My volume has been acting up, so let's do that. Right, that should be better. Thank you for that. I'm glad you told me now and not afterwards. Do appreciate that. How does it sound? Better? Right, so let's start from a point. Get everything in place here. Make sure that get our anti-ice things go. No. Oh, I just saw good evening. I didn't see the rest. Sorry, Scotsman. Sorry, my bad. blonde moment. Hello, Marius. I hate it. This is sonar that does it to me. Every now and then it just drops my volume. Okay, what else do we need? No, the Queen's English was perfectly written. Nico was just in a hurry. I just read hello and I said hello, you know, sorry for the rest. It happens. Just let us check everything right. We've got very low temperatures, so that thing needs to start pumping from the side. I've got my winter ops paper open here, so we can look at what's spotting there. I hope I do everything correct in sequence now, damn it. And our landing altitude, do we set this in? Excellent. 92, so like 100. We are lucky. There's a bit of a tailwind, but it's still, it's like 4 knots. Okay, so we're going to take off from that end coming this way, and we're going to take off in that direction over that little bump over there, and then turn to the left and dirt on course. Initially, if I just looked at the green and the red on the display there, I wanted to take off going, you know, in that direction, but then I realized, oops, there's mountains. And we won't be able to see them, and I don't want to go and put extra strain on me. I'm not in that mood tonight. So weather and terrain radar, you know, taking that into consideration, we don't have to, you know, stress ourselves if we don't have to. Hello, Andrew. So, right, we've done those basics. Let's go to the next bunch of basics.
Hello.
Hello. How does this pushback work over here? Bloom and Egg. Oh, there's a new version. I know about it and I forgot about it. Look, I am totally confused. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to push myself out right there. To that line, I suppose. That looks like an aircraft line.
Ground to cockpit.
Whatever.
Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
How are you, Dimitri?
Doing good, Nico. Juneau to Ketchikan. This is a short flight today, right?
Yeah, I'm just playing around. I want to play with the new weather thing. Hello, Herman. Welcome. I want to play with this new weather thing in the FMC. I'm going to show it to the guys just now. Oh, yes, airside services is the other thing I need to switch on. Solar load and activate. All right. So it seems that one of our real-world pilots gave Zibo some inspiration. And Zibo had the time, so he accommodated. Let's show you guys. So you'll see the FMC looks kind of a little bit different now. Okay, don't, you know, worry about everything yet. Some of the things will eventually work, some of them won't. But, you know, the ground has been chopped open and the foundation has been laid. So just remember that. Okay, so under D-Link, if we go to the AOC menu, and we go to reports, requests, talking nonsense, requests. You can do your weather request from here now, and you've got 3 stations that you can request. So we have PAJN, PAKT, and the alternate is CYPR. Right, so then we send it off. Now we wait for the message to return.
Prince Rupert.
Yeah, it sounds right. No meter data, why not? Oh, I know. We're using ActiveSky, that's why. So let's quickly Just kill active sky. Damn it. Bye-bye active sky. The default weather, what do you mean, Scotsman? It was on manual weather. Okay, and what else do you mean? I don't understand. Hello, Cole. Let's just quickly get the explain weather. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, active sky won't trigger it. I did ask Zibo. Zibo, if you're watching, remember, Andre from xEnviro wants to be able to put the data in here as well. Yeah, so let's just quickly return requests, weather, send it again. Yeah. There's our message. There you go. So now you have you should have the 3 stations. So there's PAJN with its little meter, everything that comes with that. There's PAKT. You can go to the next page to continue reading, and somewhere along the line we should have the Prince Rupert then. There we are. That's the one. So you just have to page through. All right, so at this point in time, it only works with real weather in Explain. If everything goes well, we'll get xEnviro in there, and then if Zibo's got the time, maybe active sky as well, but that's it. All right, and for those of you that do not know,
Ground flight deck fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
This flight log has been working for a long time, so you can also go play with the flight log. All right. Do you need to have ACARS active to review info in No. Nope. There is no ACARS in the Zibomod, and no other ACARS will have any interaction in here. So if you want to do the EFB meter request, I presume you're talking about the AviTab. That's an AviTab thing. That's not... is it there? Yeah. PAJN. That's got nothing to do with Zibo, eh? This is all AviTab stuff. So ACARS, Zibo, nothing to do with it. All related to AviTab. Okay, but anyway, that was basically now the addition, and then he says, Zibo says that he did tweak the flight director a little bit, so we're going to test it. Okay, so maybe Scotsman understands it better. Yeah, you have to have the default weather, otherwise you can't get that either. So simple as that, unfortunately. See what we have over here. 1815, it's the same weather, allegedly, Your Honor. All right, so we've got 3001. We might as well go and set 3001. All right. Okay. So I presume it's now waiting for us. Let's click our buttons and get our backsides here. Perfect. And this is localized, no, ILSY on 11. DOOZI transition. Execute. Oh yeah, absolutely. The wilderness is cool. Bit of a dog's leg there. Yeah? There we go. Let's step a little bit back.
Every
Those two are so close to each other. Let's just go. Let's see in the plan where the hell they are. OVD and SOM is right next to each other. SOM will be bypassed, so we might as well just delete that one. Oh, you know what?
everything is a dog leg there, Nico. You're surrounded by mountains.
Yeah. Gonna have to be very careful. Those two also seem like they're on top of each other. Is this see? That intersection. Yeah. UVP, all you do is you copy the CSV files. Go look in my private hangar. I've got all my CSV files there. You just copy it, put it in your aircraft folder, and the next time you start it up, it will use it. The only difference is, remember, I've got a paid version. So if you guys use my one, and you didn't pay, you didn't buy the X camera, it's probably just going to moan. You won't have the flyby and the rotating camera around the aircraft. That's just two things they don't give you when you don't buy. All right, I think this looks okay. See, I had to also just concentrate a little bit there. Right. Next. Request. I don't think the ice will show on the ground. I think that's one of the things we discussed a while ago. The ice don't show on the ground, actually. The only thing that could show ice would be the windows, and you can clearly see that there is a buildup on the sides. See there? You can clearly see it. Look. Ah, come on. Even here, you can see it's building up, but I've got my window heat on, so it's countering it already. Right, 290, that's fine. And our reserve is going to be what? 2.4. Yeah, that's fine. Flaps is fine. Right, but you have the anti-skid and stuff on there. We're not going to use cutback because we want the motor to get to where we want to be. Bax is boarding 95%, so we're almost ready to go. Let's start that APU then. The cold weather, we might as well just assist it a little bit. Right, let's see. Runway heading. Runway heading is 65. Done it yet.
Flight attendants prepare for departure, cross-check and all
Ready
call
for
link.
pre-flight procedure.
Nico, remind me to ask you a question about XRAS later on when you have chance.
Okay.
Trim up.
What did we say? What was that again? Just check it. 290. Right? 265. Right, we are set.
Ground to cockpit. Show me where you want to go.
They didn't take it earlier. I'm gonna be naughty. I am literally gonna be naughty now. Stick this nonsense. Let's just push right until there.
Ground to cockpit. Toes driving up.
No problem, Thunder. I had a set. Yes, there should be a set in my private hangar. Go. Yeah, I haven't made one for level up. I use the Zibo ground handling for level up. I know I can, but it's too much work. Before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
Okay.
Scotsman,
All doors, hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
you know you can copy the Zibo GSE folder from the objects folder into the level up objects GSE folder, right? You know, the contents, and just merge the two GSE folders.
Before start procedure complete. Ready for before start checklist.
Before start checklist.
Before start checklist. Papers. Flight deck door. Closed and locked.
So connected, bypass pin inserted. Release the parking brake. Starting pushback. Go ahead, start the engines.
Pumps on. Passenger signs. On. Window. Pre-flight procedure.
Oh, I did when that happens. That's not what I want.
All
Abort.
commands and checklists aborted.
Tough. Now we're gonna skip that procedure. That line where you have to click is so fine. If you miss it, you miss it.
Engine start procedure. Waiting for the command to start sequence.
Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine.
If you put the Zibo assets into that GSE folder stuff, into the GSE folder in level up, it will use it as usual and it will put it in the right place. It should.
25N2.
If it doesn't, then you let me know. Oh crap, you know what? I forgot. I changed the button. It's probably not going to start now. I changed the button, yeah. Please start. Please. There it switches off. You see, I flooded the engine now because I used the wrong button. Ay. Okay.
Starter
Do
cut
it.
out.
Yeah, just wait. Just wait. So Zibo said under 20% we can then motor it again. And then we have to burn up that fuel before we add fuel again. I have to put sticky tape or something on this thing. Yeah, right. Let it just burn the fuel, and we can try again. while we're waiting. This aircraft is getting so complicated, you need to really think. Alright, let's try it. Let's put the fuel. Let's see if it starts this time. Yeah.
Starter cut
There
out.
we go. Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine.
Operation complete. Set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
N2. Starter cutout. Engine start procedure complete.
Tow is disconnected.
Before
5
taxi
pins been
procedure.
removed. Hand signal on the left. She's all yours, Captain.
Before taxi procedure. Before taxi procedure complete.
Alright, okay, so let's
I am
look
ready
at
for before taxi checklist.
this checklist thing now. Give me a second, little honey bunny. Alright, so 0 and below. Engine and wing anti-ice goes on. Alright. We will revert back to 5 units and then we'll reset the trim later because we need to be in neutral. Flaps remain up. Hello, Sean. Done. Right, so we've got that all sorted. All of those things are working. Right, so flaps remain up. We're not going to use flaps. I don't think there's a designated de-icing bay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to taxi a little bit, stop, then do the de-icing so we can just get through the procedure. Okay. Hope you guys are happy with that. All right, taxi lights on. We want to taxi rather slow because we do not want to skid. Brake check fine. You don't have a choice, no. No, not today. Alright, so I'm just gonna choose a spot shortly and just stop. Yeah, no, it's good for the fun of it, you know. I think it must be hair-raising to be a passenger in the real world if the guys want to fly in this weather, in this terrain. Yeah, that's one way to put it. I guess this is as good a place as any. Let's just park over here. We probably could have done it at the back, but anyway, here we are. So parking brake is set. Right, just check everything here is fine. Next page. Let's go grab it. Alright, assume the engines are running. Switch wing and engine anti-ice off. They're off. Right, APU must be off unless required. Check, it's off. Flaps must be up. Check. Thrust levers idle. Check. Stabilizer trim 5 units. Check. Engine bleed air switches both go off. Okay, APU bleed air switch must be off.
We have started the de-icing procedure.
That's 3 minutes. No, the run up you do on the runway just before takeoff. You don't do it off the runway, because if that aircraft decides to move during that maneuver, you need the runway to roll on. You don't want to do it anywhere else. So you do the run up literally on the runway facing takeoff direction. I've never seen that procedure ever. Swim club, yeah, today the weather might be different. It's not clear skies, I can see that. It's definitely time for the ice. Vaughn, there's 2 types of de-icing. The one is at the gate, or just after pushback, and the other one is in a de-ice bay. All right. I elected to make my own de-ice bay. You know, you can do the de-icing if you follow the correct procedure at the gate. Nobody's going to fight with you. It was only after I started taxiing that I looked at the chart and I realized I don't see a de-icing bay here. It's just not there. So we made one ourselves.
I fly up there, Nico, in real life about once a month for work.
Okay.
And 9 out of 10 times it's usually like foggy and all the way down to the lowest ceilings.
Okay.
Between end of November and say beginning of March, it's a crapshoot whether you're gonna land or not most of the time.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly.
Scotsman, I'm reading off the checklist now, so just see what I did. My checklist comes from the FCOM, so if you want to fight, you're going to have to speak to Mr. Boeing. Right, so we're almost at the 3-minute mark.
De-icing procedure complete.
Have you had any issues with Linda lately, Nicholas? She's been very
Yes, yeah, she's been twitchy. Mm.
So it's not just me then.
No, definitely not. All right, now we need to wait 1 minute for the de-icing fluid to drain. The one in level up was updated on the 28th of December, so it's brand new. Okay. They'll probably update this one as well, because I mean Zibo changed a lot of things, and I mean the funny thing is sometimes when you take off, she calls for the approach checklist. You're still busy rotating and going up, and she's already trying to do the approach checklist. She's doing a couple of funny things.
Oh, okay. I thought that she just didn't like me anymore. That's all.
She was off the shave, but we didn't want to tell you. See, that's the problem. Yeah, sorry I had to break the news now this way. No, man, she's just full of nonsense, the old girl. I think she also needs a bit of a break sometimes. No, why can't I click there? Huh? Right, so now it is bleed switches back on again. Right. Linda can do the trim for us.
Trim up.
Right, engine, anti-ice both on. Wing anti-ice stay off. We taxi with the flaps up until we get to the runway. Okay, definitely up. Completely up. There's no flaps there. No problem. No problem. I'm really glad for this weather and this flight. Because I haven't flown as much as usual, I really missed a large part of winter in the northern hemisphere. You know, I didn't really have that many flights compared to some of the ones that Scotsman did and some of the others I saw on YouTube and stuff where they were doing the winter stuff. You know, I didn't have the opportunity this year. It feels strange. I'm glad I got one of them done. You know, that I'm in it now. Yeah, I almost took runway 08 as well, and then I realized I can't see much, and I don't want to go and do funny maneuvers here. I mean, we're going to be in the milk, you know. the wind is calm, so there's no wind basically, and then I opted for 2.6 because it's just so much easier.
Cabin crew, take your seats, prepare for takeoff.
Yeah, on a nice day. On a nice day, absolutely. Look at that turn. Ah, stop, turn. Yeah. He didn't want to turn, eh? Woo. Too fast. Right, brake set.
Whee!
1, 2, 3. Before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure.
I'm actually heading south. The way the sit is, it's just so much easier doing it this way. Let me show you while Linda's doing her thing there.
Ready for before taxi procedure. Before takeoff procedure complete. Ready for before takeoff checklist.
So this is going to be our path. We're going to go that way. So instead of going here and then having to do some freaking maneuver to get out of the dwang there, you know, and then turn around and come back to Jolly Golf Lima, you know, I just said, no, it's take straight out, turn, go on our way. Easier that way. No problem. Right, so where's that checklist? Right. Takeoff procedure is complete, I take it. Let me just read there before. Takeoff procedure is complete. Perform. Yeah, that's it. Right, so. Brakes released. We're going to go.
Approaching 2.
Why not? Matthijs, for me, this is not the weather, this is terrain radar, by the way. Oh crap, turn, please turn. Yo.
Runway
The reason I
confirmed.
want the terrain radar is I want to see where I'm flying. It's a better picture. If I look at the weather radar, there is no reflection, no return on the weather radar. So it's pointless having the weather radar. There's no return, nothing on it. So for me, it's easier to then look at the terrain, and then at least I know I'm safe. To quickly get straight here. Yeah, no, terrain's way more important than anything else right now. Okay, so that feels kind of like we're straight. Thank you so much. Right, now we want to do 30 seconds at 70%. Run up. Get rid of all the ice and crap out of those engines. See, look, it's pulling us already. That's how slippery it is. I'm standing on the brakes. It's not stopping. We pull back slightly. You really don't want to go already. All right, let's toga. Let's go.
Takeoff thrust set.
Pushing forward, trying to get some control over this little baby.
80 knots. Throttle
Very
hold.
keen, eh? Very keen.
V1. Rotate.
Here we go.
Positive rate.
Get up. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's lovely.
Acceleration
Oh,
altitude.
that was lovely. That was so lovely. How's it, George? Oh no, please don't run out of memory now. I'm gonna cry. Wait. Save. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Save again. This thing crashes out because of memory now. I'm gonna be so mad, but at least then we can try a safe flight. When it starts doing this, I know memory's up.
Flaps up and set.
Really. Yeah, that's beautiful. That was lovely. Semi-busy, not that much, just good enough. Hey, look at that ice. That was quick. Damn it, that was fast. Okay, there it goes. We'll leave the thing on for 2 minutes and then switch it off. Matthijs, they haven't done it yet. There's a whole update they need to do that they owe us, that they've been shifting out. First it was 1.3, then it was 1.4, now it seems it's 1.5. That weather radar and the weather update they did is not the one we are waiting for. George, I'm going to go on holiday on Sunday. We're going to be away from Sunday until Friday. And then when I come back, believe it or not, I've already got orders, customers waiting for me. So I'm going to hit the ground running. Swim Club, I can answer that for you in my opinion. Okay, we were sitting here the other night and we were talking about it. I don't think that was live on air. We were just sitting here. A lot of the guys doing flight sim streaming, okay, they cheat a little bit. Okay, you didn't hear it from me, but it is so. Some of them really cheat. They don't even have real weather on, you know, because they want to make the landing look good and they don't want to look bad on their stream, you know, because they're making money and they you know, pretending basically, you know, doing a show.
Landing lights.
I'm a different kind of character. What you see is what you get. You know, from the beginning I said we keep it real. Okay, and I know when I started streaming, I was looking at some of these guys and I was thinking, how the hell do these guys fly so good? And then, I mean, just think for yourself. You take the weather out of contention. Okay, you don't have anything to worry about. Obviously, you're going to land on center line. Obviously, you can practice and make it look good. And you can. Another trick is the guys show the landing from the outside, not from the inside. So you don't see the bounce when you're looking from the outside. You know, any landing looks smooth. You know, so unfortunately, that's all part of the show of the business. You know, and a lot of them do that. I can't say everybody does that because they'll kill me. But you know, some of them they really do that. So you've got to be careful what you trust, you know, what you believe. On my channel, unfortunately, when I prang, you know, we keep it real. It either works or it does not work. But then at least we tried our best under the circumstances. We didn't fabricate circumstances. Look at that, it's back. Oh, God. Ay, that's quick. George, the Linda is specifically for level up. I don't know when they're going to release her. Okay, let's see what this version is. This version is 14.01.24. I don't know V1, I must be honest. Maybe I've seen him. Don't know. Obviously, I know Vladek the Sim. Yeah, I'd rather be known as one of those guys. You can laugh at me if I make an honest mistake and I die, you know, in the sim, but I'm not going to go and fabricate stories.
Good evening, Nico.
Hello, how are you, Owen?
Nice.
Good.
Yeah, that V1 is flying the other simulator.
Okay. I must be honest, I don't watch a lot of guys do streaming. Every now and then I obviously watch something, but it's not one of my hobbies. Hello, Krister. Yeah, it looks like I'm going to need this luck. Look at this. This is heavy. Let's keep going.
Evening, Thunder. Evening, Dmitry.
Hello, Erwin.
Approaching transition.
Hi, Erwin.
Yeah, now that I see your name again, Dmitry. Oh, what was it again? Svolios?
Yeah, I threw a lot of people off, so I changed it back to
Svolios, wasn't it? I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, or
Correct.
something like that. Krister, the new is basically Zibo tweaked the flight director for different flight modes, if you read the inscription there. And then under the weather, he's added the ability to request 3 stations. So you can actually go PAJN, PAKT, CY, PR, which is the ones that I want. So I can actually go send, and once the message comes back, I've got all 3 stations. It used to be only 1 station, now he's reporting 3, just like the real aircraft. This is what the real aircraft does as well. So there you can see, that's PAJN, that's PAKT, and then the alternate is Prince Rupert. There you go. See, nice, huh? That's basically what's new. Yeah, that sun is harsh.
Don't have your sunglasses on, Nico?
No, I don't like to wear those things. This is only operational in explain real weather, okay? We did ask Zibo if we can put xEnviro weather in there as well, and then obviously if Active Sky wants to do it, they must also come to the party, you know, but currently it's only the explain real weather that supports that.
Nico, do we copy that into the level app as per usual? The new
What?
file?
Yeah. You just take those two specific files. Don't copy everything. Just those two specific files.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as
Then
per
you can
usual.
update. I updated my level up this evening as well.
Excellent. And you said I can merge the GSC files?
Yes, in objects folder, the main objects folder. Just merge the GSC.
Excellent. So remember, I wanted to ask you something about X-Ray.
Yes. Yeah.
Just a quick. It's a quick question. So after we create that folder in the custom scenery.
No, you don't. You've got the wrong version. You mustn't do that. The new X-Ras, don't require that. The actual Explain 12 version works totally different.
Okay, so what do I need to do about the X-Ras then?
You need to get the correct one. Let me see if I can find the correct one for you.
Okay, so then I have to go and, because I went by the ones you had in your hangar and those instructions, so...
Yeah, I must go and delete it then because I've forgotten about it, obviously. No, that's wrong.
Okay. I'll delete it then. I'll wait for your...
There you go.
Okay, so I just download this and put it into the plugins. That's it.
Yeah,
I don't have to do I don't have to do anything else.
Correct.
All right. Cool. Thank you. Yeah, you might want to have a look at that and delete it from your from your files. Yeah.
Oh, I have to do that. The sunglasses don't really help, they just make the cabin dark. Nice. Nice, clear skies. That's lovely.
1000 to level off.
They stop up descent already. Right, so now we can do a couple of other things we don't usually do, and it will have some value for us. So let's grab that thing. Let's have a look. What is the weather doing? Right. Right, so this is minus 10. We have 2, 9, 87, 9, 7. Execute. Right. That's 900. then I'm gonna say it's poor because it is snowing. That's sketch. Then to say is 1 degree. Altitude that runway is 92. 92. Right, so there's a slight compensation happening there. So that is done.
Ready for descent procedure.
Yeah, I where do we descend to? 1. Okay, the ILS is 4,100. So it's 4,100. 4,100. Jeff, what do you mean you're missing wind data? Are you talking about there and there? The wind has to be stronger than 6 knots before it will register. So you better check your actual weather. Go check your actual weather where you are now. If it's not showing, it just probably means that it's not strong enough to show. Okay, yeah, if you don't get any winds in forecast, it means you didn't download and you are not using the XML file. Remember to get all the uplink information. You need the Zibo 737, what's it, B738x.xml file from Simreef, because all the uplinks get done through that thing. Right. Whoops. It will work in all of them, but it has to be in the Lido format. So that's the other thing. If it doesn't work, you might have it in the wrong format. You always have to export the Lido format. %. $396, right there is OBOR, yeah, exactly. Just that little EPP in what we want. It's 1093.
I got a question, Nico, when you get a chance.
Yeah, sure.
Does the Zibo simulate anti-brake system? I see you switch to max, and I'm just wondering if it's slippery.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Don't go off the runway.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was about to set it back to 3 because look, we know that Zibo does certain things and X-Plane does certain things. So I don't think we should push our luck. Let's just go for 3 because the max might be too much for it. The wheels lock up and we just skid off, you know. So let's see.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I was just wondering.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about it and I was thinking, anyway, you caught me there very quickly. Before I could do anything, you saw it already. George, did, George. In the Skymatix VA, do you have to fly with your liveries? No, you can fly any livery. We don't mark anything particular, okay? If you do stupid, sorry things, then we're going to talk to you about it, but I mean, any decent normal flying, you can use any livery. You know, we're not there to police the system, okay? The liveries for the LU or whatever, for the VA, look in Discord. In Discord, under the VA section, there is a room called liveries. If I did release it to the public, it will be in there. All the links will be there. So you will download it from x-plane.to, for instance, okay? So just have a look there. You're welcome.
Top of descent.
Right, what else did I need to do? Oh, yes. 115. No, icing sharp sun. Ish, gonna land into that thing. I And then if we do this, we can block a bit of the sun out. We'll see. Okay, right. That I think is then it. We'll switch it back on when we start the descent, which is like in 2 minutes. Yeah, George, coming back to your question, just to elaborate a little bit more, the VA is not supposed to be a second or a third job. We made it from the beginning to be an enjoyable thing. Yep, there we go. Let's get that anti-ice thing back on. Should have switched it off a bit earlier, but anyway. There's still no weather reflection, so we'll stick to the terrain. And then it crashes. Bugger!
No.
Hold on, I'm gonna restart it. I'm gonna use the save flight situation. Stupid. I was saying to Andre this morning, I'm really hating this AMD graphics right now because of all of this.
Come over to the bright side, Nico. Get an NVIDIA card.
I'll do as soon as I've got some spare cash. I'll do it. Hello, Asso. Sorry, I saw you said something earlier as well. Now the Zibo, just a quick question about them. Do you liking? Yeah, the FM is much more realistic, Asso. It's not real pilot certified yet, but it is Simmer certified, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm really quite happy with it for now. We pushed to get it out just to make everybody happy. And then that gives Alan some time. We bought him some time to go and refine it because Sasso also test flew it and he made some comments. Alan's got some comments and they just need to merge it to make it real pilot friendly, real Boeing pilot friendly now. Swim Club, the AMD graphics is the problem. Laminar and AMD seem to struggle with each other. Unfortunately, is what it is. It's very unstable for me all of a sudden. The last 4 or 5 updates has just not been kind to AMD. Got the latest AMD drivers. I have abandoned xEnviro for now because you can't even run it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's totally unstable, and now you see even with their own weather, it's unstable. It's just unfortunate. So Dimitri,
Yes, sir.
the money I was supposed to spend on the card, I used to buy us the holiday accommodation. So when I'm back and I'm working again, I'll start to put money away for NVIDIA. But I had to go away for the week now. You know, family likes the idea more than me buying a VGA card.
I hear you, brother. I had to sell my kidney for mine.
Mm. For my budget, the 4070 is about the card I'll go for. 4070, proper good one, MSI or something. That's maybe an overclock version or I don't know, super or whatever. I don't really know what is available, I must be honest. I need to go and look. But the 4070, that is about just under $1,000 for us. You know, for us that's like 16,000 rand. Yeah, it's a hell of a lot of money.
Yeah, in North America, you can all these what they call, let's say, medium to high tier cards, the 4070s, 4070 Ti's, 4070 Ti Super, and some 4060 even with 12 gigabytes. They're all still available. 4090s, forget it. Even if you could afford it, you probably can't get a whole lot of them now. But if you're gonna make the leap, my suggestion would be to get something that's like the 4070 Ti Super, for example, has 16 gigs of RAM.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do that, just don't stay with 12 gigs or whatever. If you can spend
add a little bit more. Yeah.
Extra $100, go with the 16 gigs because
sure.
That's where it's going right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Right,
or
so let's try again.
Or if you can find some 4080 from last year, those are 16 gigs too. They're also really nice as well. Still.
Yeah, I don't know what's available at this time, so I'll have to go check.
Also, another thing to bear in mind, Nico, is that with the exception of the new simulator, the 2024, that supports ray tracing and all that other stuff that they were promised, most of the simulators, Explain 12 and MSFS 2020, are more CPU bound rather than GPU bound.
Okay.
So, I mean, for you, it doesn't matter because you have to make the, you need a new card. I guess you need to switch into NVIDIA. But for somebody who's debating whether or not spend the money on a CPU or a GPU, I'd probably urge them to reconsider and spending the money on a CPU. I guess what I'm
Yeah.
saying is spend the money, get a nice CPU, and that GPU will follow along. There's not much of a
Mm.
difference in performance. They're both
Mm.
CPU bound.
Yeah, that'll be part of my mission for the rest of the year.
Believe it or not, I've seen
Ready for
people
before
with an
taxi
old
procedure.
1080 Ti. Remember those?
Yes.
Yeah, but they are running just fine because they have like a 14,000 series or whatever it is, CPU or an AMD 3D, 3D X3D, and it still runs fine after all these years. After 7 years, it was the best card they've ever come up with, in my opinion.
George, no, I don't see any comments or anything in Discord, eh? I don't know where you wrote anything. Hello, Uncle John.
Hello, my son. Hello, everybody.
Hello, Uncle John.
How you doing,
Mr.
buddy?
Mr. Reynolds, it's been a long time. Welcome.
Yeah, it was last year, I think, the last time I spoke to you.
Yeah. Yeah, George, just put your message here, it's fine.
Stabilized. Ready for descent procedure. Approach top of descent.
Okay, what's
Accelerate
working, what
altitude.
is not working, auto
Approaching
throttle.
Transition altitude.
Okay, so this is
Positive rate.
just before top of descent. Just get those two centered. Right, so it looks like we just need to make sure that everything else is set up. Okay, let's start again. 115.
So what's the issue?
Nico?
No, it keeps on running out of VRAM on the graphics card, Uncle John. This AMD's crap.
It's not
In fact, there it goes again. Look, goof, gone. Ah, submit the report. Oh, this is irritating. So it looks like I'm not going to be able to land.
Damn it.
I'm going to try again. Just once more. I don't give up that easy.
I mean, can you not reboot? It's automatically saved, isn't it?
I look, explain restarts. I can't reboot because then I lose the stream. I can't rejoin the old stream. So
Yeah, but you can't have your cake and eat it. If you think you're not going to land, at least you'll be able to land if you lose the stream.
yeah, okay, but then I have to at least say good night very nicely to my fans. I can't just walk out. They're gonna think I'm an asshole.
Oh no, I appreciate that.
I'm kidding with you, Uncle John.
I do
Listen.
apologise, Mr. Debrin's fans.
Yeah,
but,
don't worry.
This evening.
Look, we're gonna try it once more. We're going to use one of the other safe flights, right?
Okay. I blame Dimitri anyway.
It's okay. I'll take the flak for it.
Well, I've always known that you have broad shoulders, Dimitri.
Anything for you, John. I'll take the flak for you.
Bless you, bud. Bless you. Always a good on you.
Yeah, we're kidding with each other. We've got a silly sense of humor. Don't worry about it.
Only listening to the norm.
Had a sergeant one day told me, John, that friendly banter is the highest form of respect.
Absolutely so. Provided friendly banter.
Uncle John, come closer to your mic.
I said, of course, providing it remains friendly banter.
Yeah.
Captain, we are starting boarding now. Please, make sure the cabin is conditioned. Ready for before taxi procedure.
Oh. Oh no.
Wow.
It's taking forever.
Yeah, of course it
Too
does.
slow.
I know, but be patient. You have to do that twice anyway.
Stabilize.
See, rendering options still too high. This thing is bloody crazy, man. Stupid.
Just a quick question, Nico.
Hmm?
Have you? I'm assuming you updated your drivers.
Yeah. Now tell you what, since I've installed this latest AMD driver, it's bloody 10 times worse than the previous one. It is now so unstable. I mean, look at it.
That's where I'm heading with that. Sometimes it may be worth it for you to
To go back.
because A lot of these updates, both NVIDIA and AMD, usually they do it for like some other obscure games here and there, or whatever it is, and it has no bearing to simulation at all.
Yeah, the issue is if you read the change log from Explain, they tell you to go get the latest one.
Yeah, we've heard that before though from them, right?
Still rolling.
I don't know, just food for thought. Maybe you want to do that, try that.
No, that makes perfect sense. I don't actually have an option because how am I supposed to fly like this? What's the point? You know, it's ridiculous. So that's definitely going to happen. That's dead again. It's dead again. Unless a miracle happens, it's dead. Let's see. Oh, Explain's dead. Oh, gone. Eugenio, good evening, good morning for you, or afternoon. Ah, okay, well, this is one heck of an anticlimax now. I do apologize. There's nothing I can do, it seems.
Just put the hammer down.
Yeah, no. Hammer, I won't bring a hammer to my system. It's not the system's fault. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. End of story. Nothing I can do. So, we'll try again tomorrow. I'm gonna uninstall the scrap driver and go back to the previous one, see if that's any better. Let's see what happens. You're welcome, Merman. Thank you, everybody, for coming around. We had good numbers on the stream this evening. It makes it even more frustrating, but we'll try again tomorrow. Okay. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.